T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome everybody to Flight School. All right, we've got our hey, what's up, Toonie?
Everything, man. Everything. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
Cool,
I can
cool.
hear you. Hey, you're looking good, man, in your new black on black boom gear, baby.
You know what? We chose the exact same background too.
And yeah, I know that's something that's saying something about us right there.
Look at that.
All right, look at that. Look at that. We got the
black
awesome.
on black.
Awesome. Hey, I'm trying to get us where we are side by side on the screen for everybody to see. Let me work on that real quick here.
Okay.
And
Rolling Rogan's full tunicorn effect. That's right.
Rolling Rogan effect. That's right, everybody. Hey, go ahead and why don't you go ahead and welcome everybody. Let me see if I can get this thing doing what we want it to do here. Yeah. All right.
Cool. Chrissy DeLisser, you guys are connected. Well, you can say that again, Chrissy.
That's right.
Oh, Barb and Tracy say you are side by side. Yep, we're
side by side on your screen. Can you guys? Well, you know what? Not on the Zoom, on the Facebook too. Cool. We got it.
Yeah.
We got it. See, check it out. See over here. I've got. That's how I'm just kind of.
Nice.
Right. Awesome. See, by the way, see that box, right? It finally came, the new bike.
The Bowflex.
The bike came. Finally. It only took a million years. Yeah.
A million years.
You know what else finally came? What else finally came is the that Bartesian thing, that thing.
Yeah.
The thing that we got you for your birthday?
Yes.
So judging by how long mine took to come, I think yours is gonna probably come like the day after Armageddon. So
okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I might not be able to enjoy it then.
Good morning, everybody. We're so glad you're here with us. I hope your teams are on, and you guys are absolutely amazing. We love Saturday mornings because we get to hang out with our Ibüümerang family all over the world on Flight School. Flight School is where you get your updates. It's where you get your trainings. It's where you get tied in. Every single Saturday on Flight School, we take one of our top performers, one of our diamonds, and they come on and do a training that is really going to light your world on fire. Last week, we had diamonds, Jackie and Jayla Pippin. They came on here and they gave a training that people talked about all week long. And today will be no different because we've got blue diamond, industry legend, Jose Luis Rivas. This is a guy who has had incredible multiple seven-figure success, and he understands how to build a business and have fun doing it. So I can't wait for you to get a chance to hear from him today.
He definitely knows how to have fun doing it.
Yeah, that was just my really polite way of saying he's a little cray-cray.
No, he's a lot cray-cray.
Yes.
But I love it. I love that guy. He does make it fun. You cannot not laugh when you're around him.
No.
That is his entire aim in life, is to get people laughing. So
exactly. You're gonna if you roll with Jose Luis Rivas and you follow his coaching, two things are gonna happen. You're gonna make money and you're gonna laugh the whole time.
Yep.
All the way to the bank.
All the way to the bank. That is the truth. That is the truth. Man.
Yes.
All right.
So awesome, bro. Let's
You've disabled my screen sharing, so let me.
I did. Okay, yeah, you got to take it back. There you go. Take back the screen sharing, and let's rock and roll.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's get going. So all the people that aren't on right now are going to miss some stuff. So
hey, let's talk about that for a second.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I put that in the chat this morning. Let's make it a new habit, right? I mean, what is on time?
5 minutes early.
5 minutes early. What's early?
10 minutes early.
So, folks, here's what we want to do. What kind of team do you want to create? Do you want to create a team that's? Well, wait a second. You confused me, Mark. I just thought about what you said.
What's that?
If on time is 5 minutes early and early is 10 minutes early,
yeah.
what's if you get here at 8 o'clock, what are you?
Late.
Oh no, you're late. So right on the money is late. The folks who get here right at 8 o'clock, they're late. What kind of team do you want to have? What kind of business professional do you want to be? Do you want to be a late team, a late leader? Hey, let's create an on-time or early culture with your team where everybody's on 5 minutes early. Okay, guys? So this way people are not missing any aspects of the training and or the updates, and everybody can rock and roll.
Or the fun. Or the fun. You don't want to miss the
fun.
fun.
Yeah, right.
Barb and Tracy, they said they're always ahead of the curve.
Always. You know who I love? I love the people that at 7:44 a.m. Central Time when we go live, they're jumping on already.
They, you know what? They've probably been waiting since 7:30. They probably
they've been waiting.
Yeah,
they've been waiting. Yeah, especially the ones on Zoom. They're just like sitting there waiting for the host to start the meeting.
Oh man. All right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
cool. Well, again, welcome to Flight School. And we got to always do the disclaimer. And the disclaimer is, you know, just tells you, hey, look, don't say things, you know, about money, or we are going to talk about money. But what you can't do is let people know, hey, guys, you can come into Ibüümerang and you can make $1 million in your first week. So, yeah. So read the disclaimer, and we can't make any guarantees about your work ethic, but we can definitely say that this opportunity is here for everyone, and the time and effort you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Yes. You know what the disclaimer reminds me of? The disclaimer reminds me of the Will Smith movie Concussion. And he says, tell the truth, right? And so this disclaimer just basically says, tell people the truth, right? Tell them the truth about the business. Tell them that they've got to work in order to make money. And also tell them all about the ask. Let them know they've got a monthly subscription and all that kind of stuff. You want a person in your business who really wants to be here and who understands what's involved. If they want to get in, but they don't want to pay a monthly subscription, you don't want them in your business, right? You want people who understand what they're getting into and are excited about it and who are going to be here. So that's what the disclaimer, the spirit of the disclaimer is all about.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. We hit 50K followers on Facebook.
Whoop. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, and that's you guys. That is you guys. So, you know, it's awesome that you guys are out there. You're following us, and we've hit 50K, and we burned right on past it. I think we're already up to 51K. So, but bottom line is we love you guys, and thank you for supporting us, and thank you for following us on.
Yeah, let's get some stars out there for 50K.
Yeah.
You guys did that.
Yeah.
Let's rock out some 50K stars. And while we're at it, let's just say good morning and welcome to the folks on our translation lines. Good morning to the folks who are on the Spanish line. Buenos dias. Ibüümerang familia. I think I said that right. And then we got folks on the French line. Bonjour. I think. I think that's right.
Bonjour.
Right, bonjour. So to Ibüümerang France, we're so happy you guys are on as well, and just excited that we have people on from all over the world. And yeah, let's get those stars going. Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah, and
50K.
David Romero says that's 100,000 eyeballs. That is true, David. So the other thing too is go ahead and follow the BÜM Foundation as well, at the BÜM Foundation, okay?
Yes.
On Instagram and Facebook. And also go over to Instagram and follow us on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah, follow us on IG, baby.
Yeah.
Instagram is where it's at. That's like the real party, everybody.
That is, it really is. We've got filters, we've got games, we've got fun, we've got stories.
We go live like randomly during the week.
Yep.
You guys, if you're not on Instagram, you're definitely missing some of the party.
You are missing the party. You're missing the Jose Luis Rivas party. It's kind of like Jose Luis Rivas. 24/7. All right. Okay, Vibe Day is today.
Hey, Vibe Day is today. Who's in Houston? Who's going to Vibe Day?
Who is going to Vibe Day? Light up the chats for Vibe Day. Let's do this.
All right. We want to see who's
So-
going.
So what is Vibe Day? Vibe Day is we've got a bus. We've got the Lambo that's going to be out there. Oh, listen to this. Jason's is heading there now. They're listening to us
Wow.
on Flight School. And they're
Wow.
headed to Vibe Day.
Look at
All
that.
right.
You guys are going to make me go to Vibe Day. I'm on Waze right now, plotting out my, mapping out my trip to Vibe Day today.
Nice. Nice. So there's going to
Galveston by Pleasure Pier.
Yep, that's it. That's it. So there are going to be shirts. There are going to be giveaways. There are going to be towels, beach balls. Just get out there and support Vibe Day. It's going to be awesome. You know who else is going to be out there?
Who's going to be out there?
Going to be out there?
Who's going to be out there?
Mr. Bugs?
Mr. Bugs is going to be out there.
Oh, yes, sir.
I think he's
We're
going to
gonna-
be out there. He said he was going.
Yeah, we've got the whole crew that's going to be out there filming. Some of that is going to be
Mhm.
at Vision. So there's going to be some Vision things out there. So Leroy Perkins, he said, we're here waiting on you guys.
Guess who else is going to be at Vibe Day?
Who?
One of your favorite tunicorns is going to be at Vibe Day. I'm going to go.
Oh, man. You can't miss
Mhm.
Pete Gray. You know
Yep.
what? I'm out here in Phoenix right now, so I
Mhm.
can't go to Vibe Day.
It's a really long trip for you to get to Vibe Day today.
Yeah, it'd be a long drive. 17
Yeah.
hours to be exact.
Or you could use your tunicorn powers and fly and you get there in 5 minutes.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll do
Yeah.
that.
All right.
But hey, you cannot miss Vibe Day. Don't miss Vibe Day.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Look, Mike Sanders says he's late, but he's there. No, he's late, but he's in the Facebook. Mike, sorry to shout you out. I thought you were in Galveston, Texas at Vibe Day. Yikes. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, okay. So there's Mr. Bugs hinted to this on one of the calls, and it was a secret mission that people are going to be going on.
Mm-hmm.
The 72 have been selected. It's called Project 72. And
Oh my
this
God.
mission, it's cool. And it's top secret. And if you are one of the 72, do not tell anyone you are one of the 72. You cannot do
Exactly.
that.
Don't
cannot
tell
do that.
anybody. Don't put it in the chat. Just sit there. Now,
Yeah.
and I got to tell you, Mark, hasn't Ibüümerang headquarters just been crazy this week?
Yeah. It has. It's been lots and lots and lots of full days, let's say.
Yes. It's
Meaning
buzzing.
late nights.
Late nights,
Yeah.
early mornings.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm walking into the office and they're finishing a video shoot, right? And
Yeah.
I'm leaving at night at like 8 o'clock and a video shoot is going on
Yeah.
with the CEO and Mark Cathcart. And so we got all these extra people, we got all this stuff happening because we are preparing for Vision and some major things. And so these 72 people are going to help us out.
Yeah.
So check your email, check your spam, check your junk folder. Make sure that if you got the special top secret invite to help us out, you need to respond to that email, okay? Because there's something special happening tomorrow, and we need to hear from you today. We need to know if you accept the mission today. Now, some of you got phone calls, and I even had a chance to talk to some of them, Mark.
Oh,
And it was-
did you? Okay.
Oh yeah, we
Alright.
had a Kevin Ramos, my new operations assistant. This guy is so incredible. He's such a blessing. He was helping the team out, the marketing team. They were making calls, Kitsia, Yasmina, and Kevin. And Kevin got both of his eardrums blown out
Oh,
from people screaming with excitement that they had been chosen to be part of the 72.
okay.
Literally screaming.
Oh, God. All right. Well, cool. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, if you are part of the 72, and if you haven't checked your email, we have some that have not responded, and that's why we
Mhm.
started doing calls. But if you are
Mhm.
part of the 72, don't tell anyone. Now,
Now we mean literally don't tell anyone. Don't tell anybody in
can't.
your group.
can't.
Don't tell your sponsor. Don't tell your upline diamond. This is your top secret. No, we're serious about that. You got to be, this is your chance to be on the inside and keep a secret. So,
So
that's good
here's the
stuff.
thing though, and if they do tell somebody and we find out, you're out. You're out. You can't be a part of the 72 anymore.
No, you can't be part of my Boomerang anymore.
Yeah.
Like we're like, this is like for real, like top secret mission. This is good stuff. I mean, the invitation came with music.
Yeah. A
It
video.
came with like Mission Impossible music.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, but also some of the 72 have not responded. So you need to check your junk folder, okay? Or your spam folder, okay? So
Check it.
yes. All right, good deal. Okay, power 3. Oh, this is gonna be fun this morning, T. Ray.
All right. This is your chosen topic, bro. Let's rock this thing. What are we doing here?
All right. So the first word in the power 3. So this is the power 3. So I want to explain what it is first. So some weeks we do Q&A. Some weeks we do the power 3. Some other weeks we're going to potentially do a book chapter. So this week it's the power 3. The power 3. What is the power 3? It's 3 words that we pick, that we create meaning around, and we let you guys know what that meaning is. So the first word is you. All right.
You.
You.
Y-O-U.
So what does you mean? You means, hold on, got to get to my notes. You means, do you have your ticket to vision? Do you have your ticket?
I have my ticket. As a matter of fact, you know what, Mark? We were raised up by Holton Buggs.
Oh, yeah.
And our global master ambassador, Edwin Haynes, to be offended by that question.
Yep.
Right? Do you remember like way back when 2002 for you, 2004 for me in that company, an event was coming up, and when they wanted to get under your skin, Holton and Ed would ask, do you have a ticket or are you going? And we would just be like, how dare you ask me that? I got my ticket the day it went on sale, right? I got my ticket on day 1. I got my ticket the minute they said tick. Before they said et, I had my ticket. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what's crazy is that as we were looking at some people to be in the 72,
yes, I couldn't believe this.
we actually had to disqualify some people, and I hate to say it, even some leaders, because they did not have their ticket yet. Isn't that crazy? We were like in shock. We were like, can you believe this person doesn't have a ticket yet?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh man.
I was very surprised. So, and some of you didn't know that. We were getting in there and we were checking to see if you guys had a ticket, because we're like, oh, they'd be perfect for Project 72. We were so excited. And then we said, but they got to have a ticket to vision. And then we went and looked and we're like, what? Oh my, no. Why?
No. Like we would have lost a bet on some of you. If somebody would have said, how much are you willing to bet that so-and-so has a ticket? We would put everything on it. And then we would have lost everything.
Yeah.
But you know what? Vita Wood in the Facebook chat, she says, how dare you ask me that? I got my ticket at the last event.
Yep.
Yes, Vita Wood.
Yeah. So light up the chats if you've got your ticket and tell us whether you've got the basic, the premium, or the all access. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Say, I got my ticket premium. I got my ticket all access. I got my ticket basic. Okay. So light up.
Now let's talk about, while they're doing that, while you guys are putting that in the chat, we want to talk about why you have to have your ticket early. See, because let's just take the facts. The facts are, this is a digital event, and you could theoretically purchase your ticket just before the event starts, right? Yeah. All right, so, and some people, that's what they have in their mind. That's what they're going to do. But let's talk about why you want to have your ticket early. your group, see, everybody here wants to have a rocking business. You want to have an explosive business that's very successful. And what you need to understand is the power of duplication. That's why this business is sometimes referred to as duplication nation, because it runs on duplication. Your team does what you do. The speed of the group is always the speed of the leader. Even if they don't know, can they see your back office? No. Do they know that you have a ticket or not? Really? No. But does karma know? Absolutely. The universe knows. You can't put out a I got a ticket vibe if you don't have a ticket. And so as a leader, you want to always do what you want your people to do. You want to model the behavior that you want your people to have. So if you want to have a group of people that is going to go to the event, you have to buy your ticket first.
And that leads to the next word, and that is team. You set it up.
That's that unicorn vibe, baby.
Yeah, you were setting it up the whole time.
Teeing it up for you, baby.
Yeah, so does your team have a ticket? So it's you, because you can't, your team's not going to do it if you're not going to do it. You put out, like you said, you put out the I got the ticket vibe, then your team. So you got to check with your team. So folks, put in the chat, does your team, do people on your team have their ticket? And if they don't, why not? Why are you not calling down through your organization right now? Oh, Denise Jenkins bought 5 tickets at the last event. There you go.
That's leadership. That's one way to know if they got it. They bought it from you.
Yeah, that's leadership. And they can do that though, right? Can they transfer tickets?
They sure can.
Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So it's not enough for you to have your ticket. You got to have your team, and they have to have a ticket. Now, here's the thing. They have to have the minimum of the premium ticket to get access to special pricing that we're going to have on this new product launch that we're doing. And that's what Project 72 is all about. Right. So we can't say anything else. I'd probably
and a couple of things. I want to make sure we don't have any confusion, right? So number one, we've got some folks saying, I bought my ticket to the live Vision in Vegas event. Why didn't it convert to a Vision 2020 All Access event? Because it's not going to. It just is. Okay, so you're not going to see anything different in your ticket. Your ticket's not going to change and say Vision All Access. If you bought a $149 ticket to Vision in Vegas or a $179 ticket to Vision Vegas, either one of those, it is an all access ticket. Okay. It's not going to change. You just need to know that. We know it. And when you go to log in, that is going to give you all access privileges. Okay. So that's one thing I want to let you know. Someone else said, I would wish we could go, but our borders are still closed. If the borders were open, we'd go 110%. I have good news for you. I got incredibly good news for you. This is a virtual event. You don't need to travel, right? You don't even need to get out. You need to get out of your bed and go in your living room, put it on the TV and watch it on virtual.
How did they not know this?
I'm just gonna say somehow it didn't get out there, but I'm just gonna say it's everybody.
No
the
judgment.
person who lives in the farthest corner of the world, Mark, can go to Vision this year.
So if I live in Antarctica and I got my laptop with me in a hotspot, can I go to Vision?
Yep.
Woo! All right, because I'm planning on being in Antarctica at that time.
Yes. Awesome. Now, here's another one that's holding people back. Let's address these. Translation.
Yep.
Translation. Okay. I can tell you for a certainty that there will be Spanish translation, that there will be French translation. Someone is asking about Italian translation. Listen, we are working with your diamonds and with Mr. Bugs to identify which markets. But let's go back to you and team, Mark. Guess how we can determine which markets we do translation for? We're looking at, does the Italian team, does the French team, does the Spanish speaking team have tickets? Because guess what? The way that we are doing vision is so incredibly expensive that we need to see, are we going to allocate the dollars to Spanish translation, French translation, Italian translation? If you want Italian translation, get everybody in Italy to get a ticket. When we see that, hey, look, we've got 1,000 or more people in Italy who have a ticket to Vision, then we know we have to provide Italian translation. But if we look and we only see 100 people, then we're going to say, maybe not.
So much. Yeah, not so much. You know, I saw the numbers for translation, the cost.
Ooh, it is, the way we're doing this event,
making some money.
for real.
Whoa. All right. So
All right, another one, Mark, another one.
You're going to answer it?
Yep. Prospects who are not in the business. You see this one?
Yeah.
Were you going to answer it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. So you have to be a TSA to buy a ticket. But guess what? You can buy a ticket for a prospect. Okay. And they can use, you just give them. So now what you would do is you just buy 2 tickets and you use one login and they use the other, because 2 people can't share the same login. Okay. So just send them the login to theirs.
Say that again.
Okay. So log into your back office. You have to be a TSA to purchase a ticket. You have to be an ambassador. Okay. But you can purchase more than 1 ticket. Right. And what you do for your guest who's not an ambassador yet is you give them the login for the other ticket, because no 2 people cannot share the same login.
Yep. It'll boot the other person off.
That's right.
Yep. So
for those of you who are thinking about trying that,
I'm not saying any names. Some of you are sneaky, but don't do that.
I'm not going to say who was going to try to do that, but it rhymes with Tawana Huston.
Oh no! Never do that. Shame on you. No, absolutely not.
She's going to kill me.
I'll kill you. That you don't do that ever. No. All right. So that's team now. Oh wait, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Now the last one is share. I love what Tommy Johnson's group is doing. They are sharing. They're saying, got my ticket for Vision. So go share. And you know what? Look at the guy. So we got Carolyn, we got Tommy and Lindsay, we got Bernhard, we got Cheryl, we got Christine, and we got Glenn Campbell.
Look at Glenn. Go Glenn.
He's going to be doing Vision live, man.
He's going to be doing Vision live. I love it. Hey, you know what? Who else we got?
Who we got?
Let me take back the host for a second and show you who else we got. We've got somebody special who wants to share about them and their team during the Vision. Check this out.
Hello, everyone. It is day 1, Executive Director Patrice McRaven with Ibüümerang. I just wanted to come and tell you a little bit of our plans for Vision 2020. Here in Charlotte, North Carolina, we have decided to come together and socially distance for the main event. We have rented out hotel rooms so we can have some breakout sessions, we can get some good sleep, and we can get up recharged nice and early. And I'm fortunate enough to say that at my house, I have a very nice sized TV and a large living room that allows us to socially distance. So what we're doing is we're coming with our boom gear, we're coming with our pens, our papers, our minds clear and focused, just as if we were in Vegas Yes, we are going to be making sure that we get all the information that we need and we deserve from the leaders and the team of Ibüümerang. And I want to let you know one more thing, you guys. Every single person that I've invited has their ticket. So my question to you is, do you have yours? And I also would love to know, what are your plans for Vision 2020? Share them at marketing@iboomerang.com. Boom.
Yeah.
Awesome commercial.
Don't you love that?
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. That's
What's crazy? What's crazy, Mark, is I didn't ask her to do all that extra stuff at the end, but I thought it was perfect.
That's awesome. You know what? And so why do we call her day one, T. Gray?
Because she was here literally on day one. She was actually here on day three, T-3 and counting.
Yeah.
That was Thursday, Thursday, March 4, I guess it would have been.
Yeah. Yep.
And March 5, actually, when we did our first pre-meeting in Houston, right? And we were going to have the big event on Saturday the 7th. And I think I might be getting the days wrong, but she drove up here. She quit her job the day before. She drove up here. She was at that meeting on Thursday by herself.
Yes.
And then Saturday morning in the Woodlands, when we did our official pre-launch meeting, she was there. So she's been literally here from day one, and she's just been on the team, in the family, leading the charge ever since.
She joined as a founder first class.
She sure did.
Awesome. Man.
Sure did.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey.
Awesome. So, I mean, I love that, she's getting her whole team together. She's got people flying into her city. Like, they're making an event of it because, they can travel to her city, and they're staying in a hotel nearby her house, and they're going to come to her house. She's got apparently she's got a really big TV. And so they're getting it all set up to create an incredible environment for the team to enjoy this event together. But what's super cool is that everyone who's invited, they have to meet one criteria. They have to have their own ticket.
That's it.
Love it.
All right.
Who else is going to do that? Anybody else going to do that? Anybody? Let us know who's getting your team together. And like Patrice said, if you want to tell us how you and your team are going to do Vision, send us a video, just like Patrice did. Just shoot a little video on your camera, send it to marketing@iboomerang.com, and we'll put it up on Flight School next week.
All right. So, hey, T. Gray, I cannot share anymore.
You can't share?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can read. Oh, yeah. Nope. You know what I need to do? I need to go out and come back in.
No. Let me can I make you the host? I make you the host.
No, I can't. It's doing something really wonky.
It's doing something wonky? Okay, well, you know what? You stay right there. How about I'll do the sharing for you then?
All right. Cool.
All right. I'll do that for you. Unicorn power. That's what we do. We rock it. We do it together. There we go. Boom. All right. So we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. So I guess we're here. We're talking about.
You know what?
You're not seeing anything.
No. So I need to leave. I've got to come back in because Zoom is just not working.
Did you break it?
Yeah. You
broke it?
Let me come back in.
All right. Come on back then. Come on back. All right. Well, let's see. Let me answer some of these questions in the chat while we wait for Mark to come back. Hey, I'm rhyming again. All right. My good friends, my family's asking here, Daniel and Toledo, if you purchase a ticket prior to the virtual event, how do you get the login? The logins come, I think they come a lot closer to the event. The tech teams are working to make it so that you can also single sign-on login from your back office if you've purchased a ticket. So hang on, we'll have a little bit more details on the logins closer to the event. All right, I answered that one. And now the next one is the early bird $50 ticket is an all access ticket. No, it is not. All right, the early bird $50 ticket is a basic ticket for $79. Okay, and if you want to upgrade it to an all access ticket, all you have to do is hit the go in your back office and upgrade from basic to all access, and you'll pay the difference, which is $100. Okay.
Reclaim host again, please.
Reclaim host.
Yeah. All right.
All right. All right, cool. All right, I reclaimed host and we lost Mark again. Okay, so the $50 ticket, if you purchase that, it is not an all access ticket. Let me see what else I got here. All right, someone said the Vision Lounge, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. How do I buy the ticket from my back office? No problem, click in your back office, click on events, and you can purchase tickets. And you guys know that we are working on the enrollment system and our payment processing systems, but that does not affect Vision tickets because we have that on a totally different platform. Okay, when will the schedule be ready? The schedule is almost ready. We've been working on it, but we can't release it, but it is a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're gonna be starting at about 9 a.m. Central each day, 9 a.m. Central each day. And we're working on the schedule. Let's see, Danielle, if it has not let you do it, check with somebody on your team who has done it. Maybe they can walk you through it. And if not, we will help you. Our customer service team will help you. All right, somebody wants to know the ticket prices. All access is $179. So there we go. We lost Mark. So you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let me see. There's the what do we do if we're all in the same house and all have tickets? Okay, so if you are every ambassador that is gonna want to access the special pricing of what we are launching at Vision needs to have their own ticket. Okay, now in the case, and this should be a smaller case, but in the case of people like you have like a husband and a wife, and let's say the wife is in the business and she was bringing the husband to Vision in Vegas, and she bought 2 tickets so that she could bring the husband to Vision in Vegas. In that particular case, what we can do with that husband's ticket is you can apply it toward Go Diamond, right? So we take the cost of that ticket and give you a corresponding discount to our Go Diamond in Cancun event, or we can take that husband's ticket and you can use it for Accelerate 2021. You just need to contact us at support@iboomerang.com and let us know which of those 2 options you would like to take. So hopefully, Nanette, that gives you some guidance on how you want to communicate with us in terms of your extra tickets.
All right.
Okay,
I am back.
Mark, you back and you're functional?
Yeah, man. I had to like do the full shutdown, bro. What?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah. All right.
One last ticket question here before we go to BüüM Gear, which is someone says, if I want to give the extra ticket to someone, do I need to do it prior to the login being sent out? No, but you do need to do it prior to using that login, because if you use that login, then you can't share that ticket anymore. So make sure that you do that. So you can send it now if you want to. You can send it later, but just make sure you don't use it.
Right on.
Okay.
All right.
Mark, don't leave me again.
I won't.
All right.
I had to
I got bombarded while you were gone.
What'd you get?
I got bombarded.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What? All right. Okay. So let's carry on. Let's do this. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta make tracks. We gotta get to Jose Luis.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. I wanna laugh some. All right. New bundle alert. This is in this bundle. See this shirt right there? It's black, all black, and it's a Nike, and it's that dry fit material.
The shirt is
feels
fire.
so good. It is fire. So guys, get this bundle. Typically, it's $120. Mr. Tunde, the VP of BÜM Gear, said, let's give it to him at $99.99. There's a bag, there's a gym bag, and this is a good size bag.
Gym bag is nice.
It really is. And
it's not a cheap one. It's a Nike one. It's not cheap.
You got the hat though, right?
You know what? I have the hat, but it's upstairs. I should have brought it down. I apologize, everybody. This hat is fire. It's a really special hat. I should have brought it so you could see it. It's not the normal black hat. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice. So guys, get the bundle. Now, there are a limited amount of these. I can't stress this enough. So if you go into over to boomgear.com and it's no longer there, that's because it's sold out. Okay. So you should see it on the first page, and go ahead and buy it today. There will not be any left, I guarantee you, after today. All right. Maybe in a few hours.
The last minute peeps are going to be upset. I'm just going to say that right now.
Last minute peeps are going to be upset. So, all right, let's rock and roll. Yep, you can get it at boomgear.com. And if you've got something that you've had shipped to you and you don't, you've got a question about it or it hasn't arrived yet, go ahead and send an email to gear@iboomerang.com. Rarely happens, but in the odd case it does. Go ahead and use that email address. All right, so you're up.
And I'm going to do this real quick. Just to let everybody know, as you guys know, all week long, we've been working on the Ibüümerang enrollment system and our payment processing platforms. And I want you to know we've been making great progress. Your CEO, Holton Buggs, and I have been on, I can't even count how many tech calls and vendor calls and relationship calls. And we've got all sorts of people working overtime who can do coding and all sorts of stuff to make this amazing. A lot of the changes you're not gonna see because they're behind the scenes, they're in the code, and they're changes that are designed to protect your business and protect your company from fraudsters and people who wanna hurt the company and who wanna hurt your business. So we got some things there to protect that. But also, it's gonna come with the things that you will see is lots of options. People are gonna have lots of different ways to pay in different regions of the world. And when people bring us a way that is a big way in a particular country or a particular region that people are using, it will make it so that these are things that we can implement into our system. Before we couldn't do that because of the way our system was architected. Now we can. So the first thing that is up and running is our Unicrypt relationship, where you can use Visa, where you can use MasterCard. If you're in Europe, you can use SEPA bank transfers. If you're in Australia, you have lots of options. And if you're not in one of those countries, sometimes I think some folks got confused, use your Visa or MasterCard. And lots of improvements have been made to that process this week on their end and on our end. So it is working quite well. All right, so please go ahead. You can use it for enrollments. And you should, I believe we put this up yesterday. If not, we'll still be launching it maybe today, back office purchases as well. So absolutely, you guys, congratulations to all of you who have used it successfully. And we want to encourage you guys, go ahead and do that. Vouchers work. In the United States, you have the Cash App option. That works. That's going very fast. And we are building in more new things as well. All right, that's it for the update.
All right. Hey, so Tunde, is there a women's bundle? So yeah, and I think there is, isn't there?
I feel like there is.
Tunde, hit me up on WhatsApp and let me know if there's a women's bundle. Okay. Yeah. All right. There should be. There should be. Yeah. Kendrick Benson says yes, there is. Yeah, but it's not there. Tried to buy the bundle just now, and it's not there yet.
Oh,
maybe it's sold out.
Well, Kendrick says he's there now, and he's there, and it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's keep it rocking.
All right. Let's keep it rocking. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. All right. Vision backgrounds.
Get your vision backgrounds.
There they are. All right. We've got ours.
We're using them. They're hot. There's one that's on my phone.
Yeah. Nice.
Right. All right.
Hot.
Cool.
Okay. All right, we're in the championships right now in the World Series, and the champions are going to be crowned at Vision. At Vision, we're gonna crown you guys. So, but the championships, this is the final month. We've got weekly and monthly bonuses. We got the U+2 bonus. We got the rank bonuses. We got the go-getter bonus, and then we got the championship bonuses. If you want to know more about any of that, go to iboomhub.com. Where do they go, T. Gray?
iboomhub.com. You just said it. Try to trick me.
Yeah. Being tricky, being tricky. All right. Okay. I got talent. You stop. Don't say it.
I got mad talent, baby.
No, yeah, you do. You do in lots of areas, but definitely not singing.
But my rap skills are on point, though.
Maybe. I don't know. All right. Okay. So we have been going through the videos. You guys are sending in some cool stuff. So it is awesome. We are going to whittle it down to a group of ambassadors that we believe are going to be, awesome. And then you guys are going to get to vote to get down to the top 3. The top 3 performers are going to perform live at Vision. And then the ambassadors, everybody in the company is going to be able to vote and decide who the top performer is going to be. Send your audition videos to marketing@iboomerang.com. And today is the deadline to get your video in. So if you don't have your video in by the end of today, we can't allow you to be a part of the competition, okay? So voting begins on Monday, August 17th. So get your videos in today, all right?
That's it. Yeah. Last day.
Last day. Yep. So Ryan Lewis is saying, what's the exact deadline? It is 11:59 in 59 seconds Central Time today. All right.
Yes. 11:59 PM.
All right. Okay. Ooh, the Vision Lounge. Man,
yes.
Telling you what. Tell them about the Vision Lounge, Mr.
The
T.
Vision Lounge has been spectacular. It's like, if you have an all access ticket and you've been to the first 2 Vision Lounges, then you have, the first 3 Vision Lounges now, right? If you've been on these Vision Lounges, you've already got your money's worth. The Vision event is going to be gravy on top of that, because you're getting training and coaching from the best in the industry. You've got one from our CEO, Holton Buggs. You've heard from our global master ambassador, Edwin Haynes, and he's our global master ambassador for a reason, and he earns that every single day. And what they're teaching is how the successful people in this industry leverage events to explode their business. A lot of folks who they go to the event and they really miss an incredible opportunity to get a huge increase in their business. And what Holton Buggs and Edwin Haynes are doing is making sure that the people who have a ticket have the plenty of foreknowledge so that they can put their strategy in place so that they can win. So you gotta get your all access ticket, your premium or all access ticket, so you can be in these Vision Lounges.
Yeah. Chrissy DeLisser says the Vision Lounge is amazing. And Swandi says big money Thursday.
And it was Peter Hirsch this Thursday, and he's been in this industry for quite some time. He's a blue diamond for a reason.
Dr. Latrice said, Peter Hirsch made me feel like I was already there. Vision Lounge. Carlotta Walker, it's been on fire. Rolling Rogan said, I agree, Dr. Latrice. All right.
Amelia Carrer on Facebook said Vision Lounge with Mr. Hirsch was infectious. Yep. I don't know, Camelia, I don't know if I would use infectious at this time of life.
So, yeah. Strange.
Hopefully he was wearing a mask.
So somebody named Driss says, when is lounge start? So it's on the screen there. Thursdays at 4:00 p.m. Central Time. Now, you have to have a premium or all access ticket. It's the basic doesn't get you there. So if you only have a basic ticket, you're not going to get the email that gives you the codes to get.
Guess who else is not getting the email?
What's that?
Guess who else is not getting the email?
Who?
People who don't have a ticket yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, these Vision Lounges are hot. Yeah, so it started 3 weeks ago. So
if you don't have a ticket, you missed 3 of them now.
Yep. All right. Mr. Hirsch, drop the mic. All right. All right, let's move on. All right, Vision 2020. So here you go. If you don't have a ticket, why not? It's September 4th through the 6th. It's all virtual. You'll have the best seat in the house, your couch. It's right there. You'll have a front row seat, nobody in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And I really like the way Patrice McRaven and her team are doing it, you know, so she's got the big TV and they're going to have like a real, you know, family setting. They get to really just enjoy the event together. So we encourage people to do that as well. Again, remember, everybody needs to have their own ticket though.
That's it. Right on. So go all the way down to the bottom there. Look at the bottom. So the folks with the basic package, they get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, general sessions only. Okay. So with the basic package, you get that. With the premium package, you get a 24, or shoot, that's wrong. So it's not a 24-hour replay. It's a 1-week replay. So with basic, you get a 24-hour replay. With premium, you get a 1-week replay. And for all access, you get 2 weeks replay. And then you're going to get a special feed, social feed, and you're going to be able to be featured on our social if you have the premium or all access. And then down at the bottom, this is where I want to point you to. New product release, you'll get the special pricing. And you're going to want to be sure that you get this special pricing because people are going to be buying this thing, buying the heck out of what it is we're launching. Now, the other thing is this. The special pricing is only going to be during Vision. We are not going to extend that special pricing, okay? It's not going to happen. So you need to be premium or all access to get that special pricing.
Awesome. Hey, Mark, I had a question for you about Vision Lounge.
Yeah.
Is there a recording for Vision Lounge?
No, there's no recordings for Vision Lounge. You've got to be live on Vision Lounge. You can't. Yep. Yep.
Right, and we do that to keep it special and exclusive. So there you go.
Mario, can men access the women's event? Yes, yes, they can. If you want to get in there and you want to be secretly listening in to the ladies, or not so secretly listening in to the ladies, you can do that, Mario. And the only way you can do that is you can get an upgrade. Okay, you can buy the upgrade. Or the all access package will get it for you, or you can upgrade and get that optional add-on event. All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. This has been a hit. This has been awesome. Chit chat with Erlene, and now we're up to episode 4. I've snuck in and listened a little bit too, and I'm learning things, and I'm learning how to be a better father.
No, you're learning about sisterhood, bro.
Yeah, and I'm learning about how to be a better husband and all of that. And this week it's with special guest again, Karen Hirsch, Blue Diamond Karen Hirsch, and she was on last week. And this week is all about dealing with toxic people. And there's a bunch of them out there right now. Yeah, they're just not having a good time. So if you do have a question, okay, if you do have a question, submit those questions to marketing@iboomerang.com. And it's tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock. All right. And that's Central Time. All right. Awesome. Here we are.
We did it.
Did it.
We did it. We made it.
Man.
We made it. We made it. We made it to this good part of the show.
Yep. Now,
Yes. Where's he at?
This gentleman right here. Yeah, Mr. Jose Luis Rivas. He is a Blue Diamond ambassador. Malin, his wife, she is awesome. Love this couple. Got to learn a lot more about them during the Elite Diamond trip to Cabo, right?
Yep.
They were on it. And this gentleman right here is, again, 7-figure earner. Definitely has had massive success in this industry. I cannot wait to hear what he's going to be training on. The other day we had a little bit of an exchange, and he said, "How long do I have?" And I said, "Just don't go 10 hours." Yeah. And, and there he is.
Is he on with us yet? Did he turn on his camera yet?
Yeah, he did. Welcome to Flight School, Mr. Rivas.
Thank you, Mr. Kickheart. Excited to be here. Actually, I was going to train about the power of 3, and now I don't have a topic. Man.
See, and so it begins.
No, no, excited to be here. Actually, been since I got the video because it was very special. The invitation. This amazing team just makes it special. Everything they do it with so much passion, with so much love. And I received a text from Mr. Kickhart himself and said, please check your inbox. And I said, okay. So I opened my inbox. There was this beautiful video produced and edited, and I started seeing the video, and it was directed to me. I felt so special. And there he was, my GMA, speaking to me and inviting me to flight school. And honestly, man, I felt so nervous, so pressured to be here, and at the same time, very excited. People that know me, they know I hate to speak. I actually don't enjoy it. I start suffering. This week has been all about suffering and suffering and suffering, and like what I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna I don't know. I start preparing the topic, and as you know, English is not you can listen by the accent, not my main language, and training in English is really hard, and because my mind thinks in Spanish, then I have to translate, then I have to look for the correct words, and then it's kind of hard for me to speak English and training English. But I said, you know something, I don't care. It was such an honor to be invited to flight school that you know something. I said, I have to give the best training, and I start like searching. I said, you know something, I'm gonna do power of three. No, I'm just kidding. And I start looking like, okay, what should I talk about? And I start, okay, let's do something about compliance. And no, Mr. Edwin Haynes already did a superb training on that. It's already in the library. I shouldn't do that. Okay, let's talk some, I don't know, finances. I said, our CEO, Mr. Holton Box, already did amazing training on that, and how to launch fast. And our Black Diamond, Mr. Johnny Wimby, already did something like that. And if you go check library and you go like how to have posture presenting, and Mr. Blue Diamonds, Justin Munoz already did that. And I don't know, you go searching and you have Miss Blue Diamond, Martha Hermia, that already did an amazing training. And I start even getting more and more nervous on what topic to train about. Like you can go into our vault, you can go into our Facebook page, and you can see like the top of the leadership. It's here in Ibüümerang, so you can see powerful trainings. You can see everything. Like you see power training from our Blue Diamonds, Peter and Karen Hertz. Like last Vision Lounge was so powerful, so inspiring, and you know something is like, what can I teach them? And I discovered something during this week of thinking what to teach, that I was going to train on nothing, so I can be as surprised as you are right now that I have nothing prepared for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. And now, and I was really thinking, because I was even planning to learn a new topic. But you know something, it is not about impressing my team with my knowledge. The secret of success in Ibüümerang is very easy. Do few easy steps that can be duplicable by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. That's it. So I was not going to learn go in the vault and see one of Mr. Holton Box or training, or go into the cash cow and digest one episode from the cash cow, because it's already there. So I said, you know something, I think I have, and I need to share with my friend, with my BÜM family, what I did to be where I am right now. And if you have, if you can learn a skill, like as one skill to learn will be the following one. You know something? You know what it made me possible to be sitting right now in front of you guys? Internet. No. What it made possible to be here together in this amazing flight school. Why was chose? Because all the price we paid in the past. Because I remember when I started in the industry, I didn't want it to do this. When I started, it goes all back 15 years ago. I was living in a city in Mexico called Cancun, Quintana Roo. Everybody that see me, hey, but you look very, why are you not with the suntan? And because I'm working, I'm not in the sun, I'm not in the beach. I have to work. And even I lived in Cancun, I had to work. So the thing is, I bought myself a job. What do I mean with this? My life has been ups and downs, and who hasn't, right? I lost my father when I was 12 years old. He was very stressed he was actually going to run for governor in a state in Mexico. So he got really stressed about the elections and everything, and got a heart attack. He was only 50 years old, and it was so much damage in the heart that he couldn't resist it. And 15 days later, from that heart attack, he passed away. And I was only 12, and I remember something that really hurt me also, that because they thought I was a kid, they thought they hide me the truth. Like when my father didn't arrive that night at home, they said that he had appendicitis, and they were hiding the real things from me. And you know something? I start searching. What I'm talking about, almost 30 years ago, 34 years ago, there was no internet. There was no way to to find out. So I was starting checking, find out where my father was. I know the hospital, so I started looking for him. I said, and the lady said, we cannot pass calls to this room because it's this area, and they had this fancy name for the heart disease. So I couldn't go to Wikipedia. I have to go to my encyclopedia and find that was referring to the heart. I got very upset. I said, okay, you know something? Why can they trust me? Why don't tell me the truth? I need to know. And the worst part is that in this hospital, they didn't allow kids 16 and above and below. Sorry about that. And I couldn't go see my dad. So of course, I found a way to sneak in, like inside of our wardrobe, go to that floor where I was really vigilant, snuck down. I remember I went down like in a war, right? Like crawling, and I arrived to my father's room, and I saw him there. And I started telling him why. I did question him. Why you don't tell me the truth? I'm your son, and I deserve to know what is going on. I remember his eyes. There was teardrops, and he said, "I'm sorry. You're right, and you deserve the truth, and probably I won't make it out of the hospital." And he looked at me straight in the eyes, and he says, "You know something? Never ever choose this path of politicians. Do not choose this path. It's really stressful. You have to find something out that you can be worry-free, stress-free, and enjoy life." Because my father was a father that I only saw on the weekends. he worked so much, so much. He worked in the morning. When I left from school, he was already gone. When I came back from playing or whatever, very night I went to sleep and he was not there. So he really worked, right? He so the message I got was enjoy life. And of course, you grow up and you do exactly the opposite that you've been told, right? I wanted to follow my father's steps. In my mind, I was going to be the president of Mexico. That was my dream. That was my goal. I started working towards that, and you know, you always say that my first mentor, of course, was my dad. I got the opportunity to have a second mentor because I was really young when my dad was gone. At that moment, I call him my brother. He's not. He was the boyfriend, then ended up being the husband to my older sister, and I knew him since I was 7. So he really is a very nice guy. Treat me so. He was my second mentor, and when it was the time to choose my path to go to college, I decided I was going to go in the politicians, and he grabbed me, and I remember that conversation. He says, you know something, your father told you this, and you're not going to study that. And I said, oh hell I am. I said, no. He said, Jose Luis, that's where there's no money there. We want to make money, right? I said, yeah. Well, you are not studying that. You are going to study this. You're gonna change. But the thing is, he decided for me, and I listened. So at that time, I was a little bit rebel. So I said, you know something, I'm not even going to study at all. No, it was, or I go and I become a lawyer. My idea is become a lawyer. At that time, all the presidents in Mexico were lawyers, then did a master's in economics. And I had everything planned out. So he wanted to change my career to business. It's simple, he says, I don't care about college, just go make some relations, see the people we can make business with, and boom. Short story long, I don't want to take too much time. I found school not funny, so I quit. I remember when the people asked me, which is your major, your minor? I said, I spent almost 5 years in college, 10 different colleges, because I was kicked off. Everybody, I didn't want to stop. So I started working, and I started working the way I saw my father working, the way I saw my brother-in-law working from 7 to 12 in the night. I said all day plus nights, and I was really a workaholic. Oh my God, I didn't care about school. I was the first one to join, enter the office. I was the last one to go. And of course, my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, like, hey, I don't see you anymore. I cannot be with you. She started putting a little pressure, right? Like, hey, we're never together. We are like, okay, no, I will decrease a little bit. So we have the opportunity to start negotiations about the plant that we own. And well, it's a short story. We got pregnant with our first baby. We got married, pregnant with the first baby, and I remember the night my daughter was about to born. I was in the lawyer's office finishing a contract. We were like selling the plant. We had a great deal, and we were there like all day long, like 1 week. My daughter was going to born on July 5th. And I remember it was 4th of July. What a coincidence, when I signed up my independence, right? It was 4th of July. We were in the lawyer's office finishing, ended the night, 6 o'clock in the morning. We finished the contract. We signed the paperwork. My wife was calling and said, I cannot hold her no more. So I drove, pick her up in the house. 8 o'clock, she was born, right? I was that guy, such another life lesson. My father told me, like enjoy life. I was 27th at that time, and I was not enjoying life. I kept working, we kept working. I had twin boys, right? And I remember I arrived late at night. I grabbed my own babies, and they cried when they see me. They thought I was a stranger. And I got to the point that I said, this is enough. Enough is enough. I'm moving. We're going. That's when we decided to go to Cancun. I bought franchises. I decided, like, I was investing there, being at home. I wanted, but I didn't consider that nature had a plan, right? You wanna and I didn't. I invested almost $250,000 in that franchise. I bought some ice creams shops and put franchises, but I never had that experience. I mean, I used to sell contracts, printing books contract in the millions. So for me, selling a cup of ice cream in $2 was really hard, because I made my money by big contract, no? So it was a really hard experience. My friends arrived and I said, hey, here, free ice cream. And everybody became my friend just to have free ice cream, because I was not caught to collect $2. I remember another friend said, you know something, get out of the ice cream shop, get out, because this is your business and you're not running your business. Just like, what the hell is wrong with you? And he says, I don't know. I said, put this lady to work, make sure she collects the money, because if not, you're gonna go broke. Well, long story short, I did. Hurricane, but my bad administration helped me go broke. A hurricane, probably you guys remember a lot, Hurricane Katrina that hit really bad in New Orleans. 15 days later, there was another hurricane that hit Mexico really hard, Vilma, and it went also through Florida. And that hurricane destroyed me, destroyed my finance. I mean, I lost home, and there I was, not wanting to come back. I like a little bit being more at home. It was 1 year, that beautiful year that I spent from my home, hugging my kids, taking my kids to school, being with them, having lunch with them. And in my life, I dreamed that was the life I wanted to have, right? So this hurricane hits. I ended no money. I had about 3 months to live, okay? And oh, Sharon, you cannot imagine how I was not in the low point there. Wait a second, so you can see where was my lower point. Because I did have some money to survive, right? A little bit. So it was my island. I said, people know us here, like the Beauty and the Beast. Please don't call her Beast when you see her. She gets mad, but no, she's the smart one. She has been always the smart one. I'm just her arm candy, I am just it makes her look good. And she found this advertisement in the newspaper, all right, and it said, work from home and make $2,000. And my aunt looked at this ad and said, you know something, I'm gonna do this. And I started laughing. And she looked at me, and then I kept laughing in my inside and said, oh my God, she don't have any idea the amount of money we need to survive. And I look at her and said, you don't know how to knit. And she says, why you mean this is about knitting? And what do you mean about knitting? Is like, what can you do from home that makes you money? I don't believe it. And she told me, because you haven't done it means does not exist. I said, okay, I'll support you. Whatever you do, I'll support you. I'll let you play your little business. Okay, enjoy. And I'll go to the big man room, right, to make the money. So long story short, I was working a big contract in Cancun rebuilding, because when when Hurricane Wilma hit, it hit really hard. So I was working on that. At the end of the day, we didn't have any luck with the contract. We almost had the contract, and actually got the contract. The company I hired to execute it couldn't perform, so I have to go back and say no more. And that was when I hit that low. I remember perfectly that day. I was really depressed because I saw that that the sun was about to shine again, and it did not. So I went to this beach in Cancun called Las Perlas. I sit down. I start asking God for help, and come on. I remember I cry. Like they said that more in Mexico, more in Latin countries, they said the men do not cry. We do. We have we have tears too, right? And I remember I cry, and I asked God for an opportunity, and please help me. I remember that day I didn't have money, not more money for me, for the kids. I was done. I was like, boom, gone. And I cried, breathe, because they also teach you like you have to be the strong teacher at home, that they cannot see you down. So I walked back. I drove back home. I arrived a little bit with a smile. I tried to pretend everything was okay. And I entered my room and I saw my wife counting money. And I said like, oh, now there's money for the meal. And I said, where did you stole this from? Oh, Lord, sorry, where did you got this from? And I said, well, from this business, it's working. And she told me, I'm separating to reinvest, to keep. I remember they teach her like to keep it in 5 jars at that moment, the money. I have different structure now. That's why I don't remember, and I don't teach that. But I'm so happy, and I look at her and said, you know something? Can I help you? And instead of she laughed at me like, I told you, right? She did the correct way. She said, sure, let me make you a call with my sponsor. Okay, so she put me a video, like a 90-second video, while she was calling our sponsor in that company. Then he put it in the phone, and I started talking to him, and she told me something. Remember this guy from kindergarten? I said, no, I was not. I was in different kindergarten than you. Yeah, because we know each other since elementary, my wife and I. So this guy used to be one of the richest kids in Mexico, like Crazy Glue. They own Crazy Glue in Mexico. And I said, why are they doing in this industry? I need to know, like, because for me, I always seen the industry like from zero to hero, and I was living under a bridge, and I didn't afford, and you know something that didn't inspire me. Even I was about to live under a bridge, and even I had zero. I thought I was, and I didn't thought. I thought I was Superman, right? You know, like that is not for me. That is like because my ego was high, my bank account was low, and sometimes what do you prefer, big ego or small bank account? I rather have a big bank account than small ego. And but anyway, I start talking to him and said, what did make you be here? And he had a similar story. I'm not going to go with his story, but at the end of the day, he never see his dad, and he wanted just a better life. I said, that's what I want. I want a easier life. Doesn't mean you don't have to work, but you can work smarter. And you know something? Okay, I like this. Let's do it. Let's do that. I want that. I want to be with my kids. I want to be the parent that is always there with them. I want to take my kids to the soccer game. I want to take my girl to ballet. I want to be there. I want to be there for them. And it says, you can do it with this industry. And I said, no way. Yes, you can. So the first thing he did, you're not gonna believe this. He sent me to an event. There's a clue, to an event. And there was this event in Cancun. I remember that company, 3,000 distributors. There was this special guest, that man, old man. I didn't know why everybody was so hooked up with that guy and said you have to qualify for that training. And I remember I went to that training and I sat all the way to the back. I didn't believe everybody was happy, everybody was dancing. I said, this is a show, this is a charade. I was that guy, and I didn't want to be in the event. And then this old guy shows up. I'm not gonna say the name was Jim Ron. And oh my God, it was just like, oh, I like this. And he started making it so easy, telling and said, you know something, there's something in here. But still, look at this. I never, people think that I'm very social, and you know something, I'm a little bit socially, I get, I don't know how to say it, crowd. I sometimes I have fears of crowds and seeing crowds, and I get like crowd sick. And so being in those events, I needed to go out. And never liked an event. And when people said, because I started going hard on network marketing 2006, but did never ever had success. Okay, I was average success. I made enough money for living or like surviving because I still had debts. I was promising things I couldn't accomplish, and I was there. There was an event, and I was okay. Let's go. My team needs to see me there. I didn't go to the event because I wanted to go to the event. I wanted to stay at home with my kids, and so events, very hard for me to be an event. Really, really hard to be an event with me. So there you go. I was in the events, always sitting in the back, trying to go away, the first moment to disappear. And that was me. That was me. And I remember 2010. No, it was 2011. There was this event I will never forget. And I arrived there after like five long years of not having success in the industry. 5 long years, like asking like why I'm not good at this, why I'm not growing, why if I do the system, I go to the events, I am here, I buy tools, if they said buy tickets, I'm the first one to buy the tickets. Like I am following what these 5 years it's been struggling. And I was even thinking, considering to go back to get a what my family say a real job, right? I was considering it because I was not successful. So I was in this event in Orlando. I remember it perfectly, or Orlando. Every time I drive Orlando, I go through that Hilton, and I always remember that event because that was the event I let myself to be changed. And I'm going to explain you how. I remember I arrived to equivalent of Sapphire to that event in that previous company. And my first event, look at this, look at the power of numbers. My first event, I went myself. And I met in this event, oh my God, I remember so much inspiring story. One of the story that inspired me more, and I still remind it, it made me cry because I felt very, 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 it was one story, Mrs. Kim Beam Diamond, Ibüümerang at that moment was in the, I still remember that event, like how she was struggling the same way I was. And I said, I hear her, I feel like her, come on, it's wow. And I felt love in that room, everybody in that place loved me. It was, I felt real. I arrived, of course, that event alone. It was my first event, and then for us, Mexico, it's really hard to go to the U.S. Many of my, like I built in Mexico. That's where my biggest organization was, because now we are worldwide. So many of our team members cannot go to the big events we do in the US. That's why we don't have any huge right now. But I'm happy because I know the power of events, right? So I remember that event, I arrived by myself. So the next event was going to be in Orlando. So I start moving, promoting like crazy, and I did like I was tireless, sleepless. And I got 21 people at the event. And I was so proud of myself. 21 people. Of course, I just hit the equivalent of Sapphire. Money start coming. And I start making money, right? And you know something, after like you feel like the foot in the neck, and that was like a release of breath. Having that money was like, and I said, you know something, guys? I told my family, you know something? I'm taking my family. I'm going to be an event in Orlando. What's in Orlando? Mickey Mouse. So I'm taking them to see Mickey Mouse. So we flew all the family because I was able to breathe, but I didn't, but just a small breath, okay? Because it was, so I had enough money to cover 3-4 days of hotel. And so I said, I'm smart. I put the people, the team in the event, and I go, because I already listened to this, because I know what they're gonna be said. So I'm gonna go disappear, go to Orlando, my team will not see me, to Disney, and I will be with the kids. Then I make a little escape, come back, and no way. It was the event that marked my life. Sometimes things get marked for you in a positive way. Some things, they mark you in a negative way. Okay, I did a negative thing that marked me in a positive way, and this is what it happened to me. Okay, don't wait, it happens to you to get the advantage. I call it the unfair advantage. I was at the event, and I remember I was sitting on the back. Okay, I was just because even in that I just chose like people run. Everybody, you see all the crazy people running for the front seats. I run for the back seat, the easiest exit out of the place. I have the door visualized because in my mind, I convinced myself that events made me sick, that I needed fresh air, that I needed to go away. So what I found the easiest escaping place. I put my team, I said, the winners sit in the front, sit in the front, sit in the front. But I was, look at this, teaching something I was not doing. Okay, that's when I was telling you guys, I don't want to impress you with an amazing training today. I want to show you how I did it. And hope you can decide from yourself, and you can do it for yourself. So there I was, and then they start doing recognition, and I said, I don't care about Sapphire. I wanted to go diamond. I don't need a Sapphire recognition. So I stand up and left. And at that time I didn't even have a driving license. My wife was the only one with a driver's license, right? So everything was wrong in my life. Everything was just a mess, right? And we were driving to get the kids to take them to the park. And at that time I have two phones. I remember I have a BlackBerry, and I have a Nextel, or I think in the US was Sprint, something like that, right? And like it was a walkie-talkie. So I was driving back, and my phone started ringing, a lot of text messages, and in that text message, okay, I said, Mr. Box is calling you to the stage. And I said, this guy's gonna be wrong. Why he don't know me? Why? He has seen me twice, probably 3 times. Like, why will he be calling me to the stage? Like, no, they are joking. And then I received this call. I said, hey, Mr. Box is calling you. You have an award. And I said, an award? I didn't know they called Sapphire by name. Oops, I have a coffee. I didn't know they called Sapphires by name. So I said, I told my wife, you know something? let's start heading back. Probably this is important. So we started driving back to the event, and I remember I arrived straight to the convention center, and I started seeing a lot of people that knew me. Someone might be looking at like, what happened? And I remember my sponsor at that time looked at me and said, I've been in this company almost 2 years. I have never ever heard an edification such as the one that Mr. Holton Box gave to you. This is so sad. Like, where were you? Where were you? And he used to be a hockey player. Where were you? I said, what? What? So I remember I entered into the room and it was gone. So I started asking, what was this? What was this about? And said, well, Mr. Box just gave you like, he make a beautiful edification that your work ethic and you're the most high-working person he has ever seen, or something like that. And well, maybe I'm just inventing that one right now, or at least that's what I believe. And it says that he was going to be in that company, one of the people that will guarantee make it to Black Diamond. And at that time, there was no videos, like there was no recording. So what I'm telling you, I never listened, I never saw, because I lost and I missed my moment. I missed that. Like Mr. Markiker was telling, we are not recording the Vision Lounge because that what is was said, it was said, and it's gone. That was gone for me. So that was gone. And I never knew what was said there, but I did know I was not there. If the person you admire, the person you want to have the results, call you on a stage and you're not there, oh my God, I was not there. And in my mind, I felt I failed him. I didn't feel like I failed me, because I did fail me. I failed my family. And I was complaining that I told you before I start telling you the story that I was about to quit network marketing because it was not working for me. And because I did confront even Mr. Vox that it was not working. At the beginning, I remember we have a conversation in December. I said, this is not working. And he told me, this is not working for you, because it's working for me perfectly. Last month I bought a Rolls Royce, a Phantom, and I bought it with one check, this monthly check. So there's no, Mark, put my disclaimer, please. Okay, but anyway, so it's not working for you. And he hit me hard in that talk. He said, you're not doing the system the way you should be doing the system. And he showed me that I was not. And he told me, Jose Luis, lose my number. He told me that, lose my number if you're not planning to do this. My excuse, okay, I remember perfectly. It says, attend to events. I said, I'm in the event, I attended, now I'm free to go, right? I'm here at the event. And so I bought all that stupid excuses and bought myself excuses not to be in the event. All right. And it was not working for me. So at that moment, I remember there was a very easy qualification. I always, you know something, I always qualify. Like if you tell me, okay, this is this you have to do to be here, I don't know. It's just built in me. I do it. All right. So at that moment, it was, I think it was about 1,200 people. And there was a very small qualification to attend a lunch with Mr. Box. And I think you have to have 6 personals in the event. That was it. So, piece of cake, I can do 8, right? And I was in that lunch. And I was waiting like, oh my God, I cannot see him in the face. I can't. I mean, my sponsor almost killed me. Mr. Box is gonna kill me. Like, because he was not left with the shame to be holding a trophy my phone, but sure, HB was. And I didn't want it to go to the launch meeting. But you know, someone said, you know, be a man up and go, man up. I remember I was there in that launch and I arrived early, like Mr. Kirker says, early, 10 minutes earlier than the launch was going to be. And I grab a table, I sit there, and I was sitting there with my wife, feeling shame, very ashamed of myself, what was going on. And there he is. He enters, you know, he enters just confidence, posture, smile, start shaking hands of everybody in the tables. And it got to my turn. And I couldn't see him in the eyes. And he looked at me, and the only thing I said, I'm sorry. And he grabbed me, gave me this hug. I just felt the energy, the power. And he said, I know this is not going to happen to you again. I told him it won't. He hugged my island as well. And keep it. That was the moment. He said, this, you are doing this. That was the moment in my life. That I said, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to show him he was not mistaken for choosing me as the rising star at that company. I have to prove him, I have to show him that he didn't make a mistake. I'm gonna show him that whatever he said, I don't know what he said, but there was something implied in Black Diamond, I'm gonna make it. And that's when I took the decision. Look at this, I'm gonna tell you, 5 years of struggling, okay? I thought I have a big why that I'm gonna have because my kids, I don't want my kids to suffer what I suffer. I don't want my kids to that I go to a job and feel full of stress and die, whatever. I want my kids to have a father. I want my kids to have a mother with them to raise them. I don't want my kids to be raised by a nanny that I was raised like, which I love her to, like she's still with us in their family. But the thing is, I wanted to be there for them, and I thought I have a powerful why. I thought I did. I knew how to sponsor people. I knew that if I wanted to go diamond, I needed to have 20 in my left, 20 in my right. I did it, and I was not there. I was not there at that diamond. I knew all the steps. I knew all the trainings. I knew everything. 5 years, and I didn't move. Five years. But when I was handed with an award and I left my mentor, the person I admiring in the stage, I said, this is ending now. I found the motivation in a different place. I wish I had found that earlier. But I said, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to miss an event I qualified to attend. I'm never going to sit all the way in the back. I'm going to sit always as front as I can where my rank allows it. I'm not going to cheat where the emeralds are sitting. No. I am going to be seated where my rank allows, and if I have to sleep outside the venue to be as front as I can, I will. And that was the day I changed. That was the day I had a different vision, a different why. Too sad that I cannot do it, because I always, you know something, I never had a business mind of myself. I was a very good employee. People tell me what to do and I go and do it. That was me. So when I was in business by myself, I was my own boss. So if you listen to broke people, you will end broke. So I believe I was my boss. But now there was a direct order. He's going Black Diamond. That started doing my subconscious mind. And I said, you know something, I am. And I started working because I was working hard. I promise I was really working hard. But I started working even harder. In my mind, I was the most hardworking person. Event that it was, I drove 15, 16 hours to an event. I sit all the way to the front. I didn't care. I said, I am going to lead with example. I'm going to do what is necessarily to be there. Long story short, 18 months later, one event, I was Black Diamond. And I told him, no, thank you for trusting in me. So right now, you have the best seat in the house, like Mr. Tigre said. You have the opportunity. If you live outside the US, okay, you have the opportunity, like in Spain, I was talking to Jordi and Lydia, and they are planning to have like rent rooms and go to this hotel in Alicante and be there, and you know the smartest thing, there are 80 ambassadors there, and everybody's gonna have their ticket, but that's the smart thing. They're gonna invite somebody with that ticket to get access, but they're gonna have like an invite to get to get access to special promos we're gonna have. And also, I was talking to David Hunt, they are doing the same. They're like people are getting all together, the people that cannot access US right now because of the travel restrictions. I am going, I don't care, I'm going. Normally on the 22nd, they give a new travel advisory. I am not staying outside of the US. I am traveling on Tuesday before that advice because I want to be next to the leaders. I want to be in vision. I will stay 1 month in the US. I'm going there. Okay, but the thing is, now you have the best seat in the house. That Sunday, please, that Saturday, that Friday, cancel everything. Not because, don't make the mistakes I make, not because you think it's in your house. You can take some time to go and go buy tortillas or go buy, I don't know, falafel. Don't do that. Stay in your home, stay in focus, enjoy the event, grab bottles, jars of water, get everything here because you don't want to miss anything. So make sure you're registered, like power of 3. Okay, you have your ticket. If you're in this call, I know you have. Your team has your ticket, promote. Like if you're one of the other 71s, no, I'm just kidding. If you are promoting, okay, make sure your team is in vision, okay, and make sure you share ticket. Make sure you share the experience. Make sure you go to the event. I said, he who goes to the events learn. He who takes their team to the event earns. So I decided to learn a lot, and I decided to become the best promoter of Vision 2020. Are you one of the best promoters? Do you have your ticket? Do your team have your ticket? Have you shown everybody you have your ticket? Don't wait for a negative thing to change you. Look, if you do the system, if you have the first award I received from Mr. Box, okay, in my life was this Racing Star Award. What if it happened the same to you like it happened to me? Last convention, okay, I received the Top Gun Award. Like, what? What? I still cannot, like in my mind, if you can achieve it, if you can believe it, you can achieve it, right? But I still like really, when they called the Top Gun, I said, no way, it's me. And you know something? I didn't believe in the industry. I didn't believe in myself. But I still, you know something? Show something that makes someone believe in me. And I'm just so happy that someone is someone that I admire, and I will follow to the end of the world. You know, if he says jump, I said how high. I don't care, and you know something, because the decision he has helped me made are the decisions that have me in this place. All right, so make sure you are in vision. Make sure you're not alone. Make sure that you know something, like, okay, I don't social distancing, okay, if you have space for 20 in your living room and you're gonna have this event, you put 40. Okay, make sure you are the one putting more attention. And make sure you find the way, you find the why that is gonna change your life, because I promise if you let yourself change, your life will change for completely. Right now, my kids, I told you I do everything for my kids. My kids are in the best school in the US, like the most athletic, like, oh my God, the best school, like it's even more expensive than Harvard. And I am able to pay it. My daughter leaves tomorrow. It's so heartbroken to Canada, to the best film school. And I can afford it. Yeah, the nest gets very empty. That's why I'm gonna be traveling all over the place. Probably work with you if you want. But make sure whatever you do, I don't care, get to the ranks, but become the best promoter for vision. Become the best, like, oh, but my credit card is not going, that will be solved. We have the best powerful team. Like, we did this to make it easier. Like this system, you cannot believe we are in the top of the technology. This is a blessing we have right now. It is just like taking the plane, taking off, and changing the motor. But we have the best corporate team, and they did. I mean, Mr. T. Gray, Mr. Kikard, everything explaining how the process is just so. I remember I tell you, I hate people not telling me the truth. I can handle the truth. They are there. Okay, this is happening. Boom, boom, boom. These are the challenges. Boom, boom. So open, but not open with me, with the whole team. We are in the best company, period. You are part of the best company, period. Now show them the proud that you feel to be a TSA 500. We are going, well, I mean, this is not, we are going to change the whole industry. We're disrupting it. Now, are you gonna see us disrupting, or are you gonna be part of that disruption? Disruption. All right, guys. I think I took too much time right now. I'm sorry about this, Mark and Tigray, but I just want them do simple actions that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. And guys, if you don't have your ticket, shame on you. I don't care. Like, you know something? Knowing Mr. Box the way I know, who this is gonna be, he's throwing the house off the roof. Like the production, everything they are doing, you don't wanna miss anything. Like 179 and all access, like being trainings with him, with Mr. Johnny Wynn, with all the Blue Diamonds, with women's event. Really? That's cheap, man. If the other day Mr. Box said, if the price I have to pay to be there are all the earnings I had in the industry, I'll write a check. I'll write a check for that ticket. All my earnings in industry, because what is going to be learned 100 times more. Don't confuse cost with value. I'll write the check, Mr. Box. Tell me under what name. I'll write the check, because what we are going to see at Vision is going to be a game changer. Make sure you're there. Make sure you are with your ticket if you're at TSA. Don't regret it. Don't regret it. I promise. I used to be a cheater. I used to change bracelets. That's why I was broke. When you change your mentality, when you switch it, just simple change, okay? You will get where you want to be. Thank you very much. It was a real honor, Mr. Tigray, Mr. Mark Hickert. Thank you, Mr. My Global Master Ambassador, for that beautiful invitation. And this this has been a delightful for me. I really had a challenging week, and but excited, super excited to be here, and I gave you guys my heart, and I want you to know that vision can change your life. Be in vision. Thank you, Mr. Mark Icar. Thank you, Mr. Tigre. Love you both. Thank you for all you guys are doing for Ibüümerang, for me, for my family. You guys rock, all the team, I have no words. I just give it back to you guys, and really thank you very much for inviting me to this flight school today.
Mr. Rivas.
Bro,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You said, I think I went too long. You didn't, you went the exact length you needed to go. And thank you so much. I have never heard that story. Never heard it.
Phenomenal.
Flight school. I was
Absolutely powerful. Hey guys, real quick, let's pose for this selfie real quick, everybody, real quick. Let's get the booms for everybody. Grab your screenshots, everybody. All right, Jose Luis, Mr. Rivas, thank you so much for that powerful share from the heart. I'm going to tell you, the chat has been nonstop lit up because this was like just as powerful as a structured training, because you train from the heart, you train from your experience, and you're so transparent. You talked about some of the mistakes that you made, some of the big mistakes that you made, and I think you really ministered to people today through your mess, right? They say your mess is your message, and that's really the most impactful, because sometimes what happens is people who look at people in your position, they might think that you're so incredibly perfect and that's why you're winning. No, it's because your ability to learn. We love you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, and thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
Boom. Thank you. All right. Wow. Whew.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry.
I don't know where to go from there, but we're gonna work this. So again, Vibe Day is today. If you are anywhere within 3,000 miles of Galveston, Texas, you need to be there.
Maybe not, because if you are 3,000 miles away, by the time you get there, we will not be there.
Well, so anyways, if you can get out there for sure. They are going to have tons of fun, and it's going to be from 11 till 6.
Yes.
And just be down there near the pier area, the pleasure pier area. All right.
Awesome.
Okay. And today we've got an action-packed Saturday for you. So obviously you saw us here on Flight School in that training, but I don't even know if it was a training, but that message by Mr. Jose Luis Rivas was incredible. At noon, we've got Mr. William Thurston, Diamond Ambassador. At 8 p.m., we've got the English call with Mr. Gary Cowan, Diamond Ambassador. And then at 9 p.m. with the Spanish call with Diamond Daniel Camaro. All right. That's it.
Wow.
Done.
Well, you know what? It's hard to say that's it, because it's so much. It's incredible. So we love that so much, man. Mark, thank you for a great show today.
Yeah, thank you. And you know what? Thank you to all of the ambassadors out there that were here, that were on, that have their all access and premium tickets. But again, it's not enough. You gotta make sure your team has them, and get out there and share when your team gets the ticket. So congratulations to you all. We love you.
Yeah, put it in overdrive. Yeah, it's on. Making money with my eyes closed, so when I'm wide awake, yeah, I feel like a diamond, un diamante. Got me feeling it's coming in without me driving. I had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. I had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Yeah. Top down and I'm speeding. Yeah. get yourself a front row seat. Started with one car, now I got a fleet. You know I'm on green like gold. Listen, I'll be late for the show. New whip, but my money's so low. Overdrive, but I stay in control. Gotta stay in control. Yeah, I'm cruising, driving slow. I'm an overdrive, it's my time to blow. And you know that it's time for the show. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you know this is my year. Shining like a chandelier. Yeah, I'm shining. Everything I do it with no fear. Yeah, I put it in overdrive. Yeah, it's on delay. Making money with my eyes closed, so when I'm wide awake, got me feeling like a diamond, un diamante. Got me feeling it's coming in without me driving. Overdrive. I had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive.
Les gusta ver mi flow del vibe. Paseo en mi ambiente y me siento muy fly. Mano para arriba, mami, enjoy the ride. Vamos a subir el volumen y volamos high, Usámonos la noche entera. Ya tú sabes que me gusta vida nueva. Dándole por música que se edifica. Cruzando por la calle, pues vamos tirando fiesta. Oye, mi gente, ya tú sabes cómo es. Riding with the kings to the top and nothing less. Fluyendo con estilo, este comienzo estamos blessed. Toda gracias al Señor, I think you got us mission fed. Que vibra, que vibra, que vibra. Viviendo el sueño y no vivir día a día. Que vibra, que vibra, que vibra. Paseo ambiente, vamos a vivir vida rica.
Yeah, I put it in overdrive. Yeah, it's on delay. Making money with my eyes closed, so when I'm wide awake, got me feeling like a diamond, un diamante. Got me feeling it's coming in without me driving. I had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. I had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Had to put in overtime. Now I'm in overdrive. Yeah. It's all about perfect timing. Wake up in the morning shining. Gotta stay on my grinding. They try to leave me behind it, but now I'm about to go diamond. 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 Yeah, right now. Yeah, I'm about to go diamond. You can see on my teeth when I'm smiling. Not staying at the bottom, I'm climbing. Got it out the dirt, I had to find it. Got it out the dirt, yeah, I'm about to go diamond. I'm just living my life and they don't like it. One day you should get up and try it. You know I can't deny it. It's all about perfect timing. Wake up in the morning shining. Gotta stay on my grinding. They try to leave me behind it, but now I'm about to go diamond. 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 Yeah. Yo, wait. I'm about to go diamond. Stay connected with my team like Verizon. Oh yeah. No, it's not surprising, cause I never give up. I keep on fighting. Oh yeah. It's not that far away. Better know I'm here to stay. Never will let go away. Never will let go away. Wake up in the morning shining. Gotta stay on my grinding. They try to leave me behind it, but now I'm about to go diamond. 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 Yeah.